to raise my voice here this day as a Black, lesbian, feminist, committed to struggle for a world where all our children can grow free from the diseases of racism, of sexism, of classism, and of homophobia. For those oppressions are inseparable.
Audre Lorde was a woman who refused to be defined by a single label. Born on February 18, 1934 in New York City, Lorde was the youngest of 3 sisters and the child of Grenadian immigrants. In 1962, she married a man named Edwin Rollins. They had 2 children and divorced 8 years later. 2 years after that, she found her lifelong partner, Francis Clayton. Among her many awe-inspiring and moving poems, these works really stood out. Lorde's collection, The Black Unicorn, which was published in 1978, was particularly notable for its exploration of themes related to identity, power, and survival. In this collection, Lorde delves into the experiences of being a Black woman in America and the struggles and triumphs that come with that identity. One of her most well-known poems, Coal, which was published in 1976, is a powerful meditation on the transformative power of self-acceptance and self-love. In this poem, Lorde explores her own identity as a Black lesbian woman and the ways in which she has learned to embrace and celebrate herself in a world that often seeks to reject or erase her. In addition to expressing her truth through poetry, Audre Lorde dedicated herself to advocating for marginalized communities, including women, people of color, and the LGBTQ community, beyond her literary work. Those very words that you heard in the opening of this video was a speech she gave at the National March on Washington in October of 1979. This event dealt with civil rights of the gay and lesbian community, including the topics of racism, sexism, and love. In 1981, Lorde established the Kitchen Table Women of Color Press, which focused on amplifying the voices of feminists of color in their written works. Additionally, she played a significant role as a founding member of Sisterhood in Support of Sisters in South Africa, a group that championed for the rights of women living in apartheid South Africa. She was also part of a small organization called the Combahee River Collective. Frustrated by the influence of white middle-class women in the feminist movement and the pervasive male-centric attitudes within Black nationalist groups, Audre Lorde and her peers sought to develop their unique political approach and tactics that reflected their specific experiences as Black women. Now that we have a broad scope of what Audre Lorde is capable of, let's dig deeper into her lasting impact and legacy in literature, activism, and intersectional feminism. Lorde once said, "I am not one piece of myself. I cannot be simply a Black person and not be a woman too, nor can I be a woman without being a lesbian." This quote by Audre Lorde highlights the intersectionality of her identity and the complexity of identity in general. She rejects the notion that someone can be reduced to a single label or identity marker. Instead, she asserts that her identity is multifaceted and interconnected. Lorde recognizes that her experience as a Black woman is inseparable from her identity as a lesbian and vice versa. This quote also emphasizes the importance of recognizing and valuing the diverse experiences and identities of all individuals, particularly those who are often marginalized and underrepresented. This is a common theme that Lorde dwells on, especially in her poem collections like the one I mentioned earlier, The Black Unicorn. She presents a diverse range of women's lives and identities, emphasizing the importance of examining each aspect of womanhood through a feminist lens. Lorde delves into empowerment through the reclamation of spirituality, autonomy, sexuality, and race, offering insights into women's experiences. By critiquing dominance, Lorde highlights the significance of intersectionality in advancing an authentic, unified, and comprehensive feminist agenda.
And let it be reflected in a renewed commitment to struggle for a future where we can all flourish, for not one of us will ever be free until we are all free.